Two. Hey, 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 there it is. Alrighty then.
All right, Farm to Grass, how you doing out there? All right, great to see some familiar faces out there. Glad to see everybody coming back. Are you guys ready for the first set? Come on, we can't hear you. Are you ready for the first set? All right, Hunter Flynn.
That's the best introduction I've ever had. Anybody out there drinking yet, or is it just me? It's just me? Yeah. Hey, we got one. We're gonna do. I'll introduce this to you guys today. So tomorrow, whenever I play over there on that stage, you guys will know what's going on. I like to do this thing called a holler and swaller. I don't know if you guys do it down here this far south, but Kentucky, where I'm from, a lot of us musicians do this just to kill time and to find an excuse to drink, and it's a pretty good time. So all you gotta do is, if you got a drink, you gotta stick it up in the air like this. And on the count of three, what we're gonna do is we're gonna holler, and then we're gonna swaller. And if you can't keep up with that, you probably shouldn't be drinking in the first place, but hey, I don't make the rules. All right, y'all scream with me on the count of three. 1, 2, 3, All right, we're gonna work on that. So tomorrow, whenever it comes around, you guys are gonna be ready. But I'll properly introduce myself. My name is Hunter Flynn. I'm from Somerset, Kentucky. I started doing this in February of last year, and haven't looked back since. I'll play you guys a lot of songs that I wrote. I might throw in a couple of covers of my buddies. Your face still haunts my sleep. My East Kentucky dream. How can something be so warm and pretty and so cold and mean? There's days when she shines so bright, the most beautiful thing that I've seen in this life. There's days when it hurts just to breathe. She stomped on my heart and left me bleed. Am I killing myself for this East Kentucky dream? My East Kentucky dream. Chaser, they say you'll live with regret, but I never know which kind of day you'll come next. Things aren't what they seem. They can start bitter and finish so sweet. But that knife, it cuts both ways. A morning so pretty and a night full of rain. those gut-wrenching lows can't touch the high. And your face still haunts my sleep. My East Kentucky dream. How can something breathe so warm and pretty and so cold and mean? The closer I get, the further it seems. My East Kentucky dream. My East Kentucky dream. My East Kentucky dream. My East Kentucky dream. Thank you. This is my first official gig in the state of Florida. So, thank you guys for being out here and being a part of it. I sure do appreciate it. What a cool festival to get to come to and have as your first gig in Florida. This is a song I wrote about a girl that I used to date. We dated for about 3 years, and then we broke up. And so I wrote a song about it. Well, I guess my love just wasn't enough to keep you happy. That's alright, I understand. I ain't your cookie cutter type of man. I bet there's someone out there just for you. But when it gets cold and the leaves are gone, I hope you hear the ringing of one of my songs. Reminds you of how much I loved you. You were my girl, you were my world. You set me on fire when you did that swirl. I would've burnt down the whole town for you. But you threw it away, 'cause at the end of the day, it didn't matter how I felt or what I'd say. You made up your mind unlike you usually do. When it's set in stone. Too damn stubborn to change your tone. Ironically, that's one of the things I'll always love about you. And now I sit here alone as I write this song. Fingers worn down to the bone. It's the only thing I know to get past you. Well, I never dress up, I never make plans. I can see why you wanted you a different man. Maybe now you won't be so blue. When it gets cold and the leaves are gone, I I hope you hear the ringing of one of my songs. It reminds you of how much I loved you. 'Cause you were my girl, you were my world. Set me on fire when you did that swirl. Would have burned down the whole town for you. You were my girl, you were my world. Set me on fire when you did that swirl. I would have burned down the whole town for you. You were my girl, you were my world. And you set me on fire when you did that swirl. And I would have burned down the whole damn town for you.
Hey, you deserve it. Does he snore? If I start snoring,
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I wrote that song, and the very next day I wrote this song about the same girl, except for this song is a love song, and now we're dating again. It took him 2 years for it to get really penetrate the brain, get it to come back, but I like to think it's because I'm such a good songwriter, but I know the truth of the matter is probably just because I'm so good looking. Well, if I could catch the sunrise, I would put it in a vase. I would set it right by your bedside every morning to kiss your face. And if I could move the ocean, I would leave it in your yard. Maybe then all your bad days wouldn't seem so damn hard. 'Cause you deserve the whole world and every star in the sky. You've already got my whole heart, and for you I gladly die. 'Cause I've never, no I've never met a woman quite like you. And I've never, no I've never felt the way you make me do. And I know you won't believe it, 'cause that's just who you are. But I promise, I promise, I promise, baby, you deserve it all. And if I could make a canyon, I would put it in between your pretty fragile heart, anything that could make it bleed. And if I could saddle the lightning, I would take you for a ride. Maybe then you'd understand what it's like to look in your eyes. 'Cause you deserve the whole world and every star in the sky. You've already got my whole heart, and for you I gladly die. 'Cause I've never, no I've never met a woman quite like you. And I've never, no I've never felt the way you make me do. And I know you won't believe it, 'cause that's just who you are. But I promise, I promise, I promise, baby, You deserve it all. And I know you won't believe it, 'cause that's just who you are. But I promise, I promise, I promise, baby, you deserve it all. Thank you. That's the first song I ever put out on Apple Music or Spotify or anything like that. So if you like what you heard, you can go find it there. I've got some other stuff out now, and I'm sure I'll play more of it as this set goes along. But I'm going to play you guys a cover. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a band called Sunday Best or a fella named Nicholas Jamerson, but he was a big influence on me during my developmental years, and he's a big reason why I picked up the guitar in the first place. But this is one of his songs. It's called It's a Long Way to Wheelwright. Granny moved the family piano from the boarding house up the road. New York Company Rudolph, 3 fresh bullet holes. Mary learned to sing on her hymnals, Virginia danced to jazz. Shorty, he tuned up a banjo, but Julie fed the kids. But it's a long way to Wheelwright, with the sleep running through my eyes. Chariot waves to the sweet by and by. All the only draw her slam left those folks behind, but it's a long way to Wheelwright. Hope we make it there tonight. Daddy, he sure loved the junction, always proud as he could be, living in his Creekwater mansion next to Doc Osborne's sundries. Hometown as a young'un and a ghost town as a man. Though there ain't much left if we're packing, son, we've taken all we can. It's a long way to Wheelwright, with the sleep running through my eyes. The chariot waves to the sweet by and by. Draw her slam, it's left those folks behind. It's a long way to Wheelwright, hope we make it there tonight. That time was my pleasure, and those days are made to go. I miss some of my time spent at the bluegrass picking show. be sweet by and by. And all of the on the draw hustling is left home's folks behind. But it's a long way to Wheelwright. Hope we make it there tonight. It's a long way to Wheelwright. Hope we make it there tonight. I was gonna try to whistle, but not. Some days you have the whistle and some days you just don't. That's right. I'm going to blame it on the humidity down here. All right, let's pick up the pace a little bit. This song is on my debut EP that I just put out this year in May. And it's the first song that I ever co-wrote with anybody. And I wrote this song with my buddy Evan Ison. And when I met Evan, he was a wild man, to say the least. So much so that he got to feeling pretty sick. And he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him that if he didn't quit drinking, he was going to die. And at 23 years old, I imagine that's pretty hard to hear. So, Evan decided that he was going to pack up from Kentucky, go down to Tennessee, and check himself into a rehab center. And he did that with no car, no money, and no phone. Whenever he came out of rehab, they put him in this halfway house in this place called Antioch. And it's the Hispanic district of Nashville. And he was somehow the house manager of these 30 and 40-year-old recovering addicts at 23 years old. And he's like, man, I was in an unfamiliar place. I couldn't read any of the signs anywhere because I don't speak a lick of English. Or he probably doesn't, but he doesn't speak a lick of Spanish. And he's surrounded by all these other recovering addicts who are so much older than him, and he's trying to tell them what to do, and he's having to steal Pop-Tarts and cigarettes from them just to make it through the day. And I said, man, there's a song in there somewhere. And we sat down and we wrote this song in about 15 minutes, and to this day it is one of my favorite things I've ever been a part of, because Evan is now 2 years sober. But this is a song about overcoming obstacles. It's called Spanish Street Signs. Some coffee and tomorrow I'll eat like a king. But today I curbed my appetite, Wonder Bread and nicotine. Sitting outside smoking cigarettes, watching as the planes fly by, hoping and praying to we'll forget all the times that I've done wrong. Driving down the road so lonely, hoping no one hears me cry. Trying to get there but don't know where I'm going, 'cause all these damn Spanish street signs. Since I've seen my family, and hope that I can make them proud. Letting go of all of my vices and all the things that kept me down. Some days I feel like quitting, but I don't want to let you down. So I try my best to stay positive, but it's hard without you around. Spanish street signs. Try to sleep when I lay down at night. Thoughts of you that dance in my mind. Cross my legs and I try to meditate, but I can hear the neighbors outside. Got up to yell through the window, but fell down a rabbit hole. Twists and turns that go on forever, and I get lost wherever I go. I'm driving down the road so lonely, hoping no one hears me cry. Trying to get here but don't know where I'm going, 'cause all these damn Spanish street signs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Driving down the road so lonely, hoping no one hears me cry. Trying to get there but don't know where I'm going, 'cause all these damn Spanish street signs. Thank you. I need that sun to go down like 2 more feet. If I had any shorter legs, I'd be a midget. Should would I care? Oh no, I do appreciate that though. I can't play sitting down. It makes me uncomfortable. Play you another one off that EP. This one, I found myself at a bar in Richmond, Kentucky, a place called BBH. And I'd only been playing music out in front of people for about 3 months at this time. I had the short 30-minute set, and I was covering some Tyler Childers. You guys know who that is? He's a Kentucky boy too. And anyway, I was finishing my set, and there's this guy in the crowd, and he motions me over, and he's like, "Hey, come over here, man." And I was like, "All right." He's like, "Man, I got the #1 bluegrass song on XM radio right now." And I was like, "Cool." And he was like, "Tyler Childers used to come up to me and bug the piss out of me." And I was like, "Sweet," you know. And he was like, "I really like what you're doing up there. You got a real cool sound and this and that. And you know, let me give you some advice though. You want to know how and why Tyler made it, why he's so successful?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know, let me in on the secret." And he was like, "Well, you were up there covering his songs, talking about doing drugs. And you've never done a drug in your life. And Tyler only writes about what he knows about, and you don't know nothing about that, so just stick to what you know about." And I was like, "Well, shit, that's news to me." Try telling that to mom and dad. And at the time, I didn't think much of it, but I just moved back home, and it kind of weighed on me, and I ended up sitting down and writing this song. It's called "You Just Don't Know Me." And it goes like this. You just don't know me like you think you do. I'm there, boy, that you knew from school. And I know that I might look just the same. So let me tell you, baby, how things have changed. When I switched from button downs to baggy clothes, we trying to see how fast that my car could go. And I quit wasting time playing all of your games, spending all my money on beer and cocaine. And it goes to show that you just don't know me. Oh. Well, I spent some time down in Tennessee. Those cowboy hats on Broadway were killing me. So I packed up my bags and I hit the road. It's time to get back to my Kentucky home. There's a place here in Florida where I can go. My buddy sings the blues with all his soul. And no one down in Nashville coming close to that. If you like pop country, you can kiss my ass. And it goes to show that you just don't know me. Oh. Well, you just don't know me like I think I do. 'Cause every time I think that I'm over you, I catch a little glimpse of those sage green eyes, and my heart melts again for the 200th time. Some folks will say that I need to grow up, quit chasing that dream and pushing my luck. But the only thing I'm quitting is giving a damn. Happy building life with my own two hands. And it goes to show that you just don't know me. Oh. You just don't know me like you think you do. You just don't know me like you think you do. You just don't know me like you think you do. You just don't know me like you think you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoa! Now I can see. I'll play another one of my buddy's songs. See, I don't like to do covers. I kind of got to skip a lot of the cover band and cover bar type of events just by luck and knowing the right people. And so whenever I do covers, I like to try to cover people that are doing the same thing that I'm doing from the same area that I'm from, people that directly influence my life and I draw inspiration from. It's my peers, and we got a whole lot of musicians that are extremely talented up in Kentucky. And so if you like anything that I'm doing whenever I'm doing these covers and you don't remember the name of the person that did it, feel free to ask me. If you see me walking around, I'd love nothing more than to get one of my buddies another listener. But this one here is a song that my buddy Jordan Lee King wrote, and it's we've adopted it as the Appalachian theme song, and I know that there's problems like this all over the country and everywhere that you go, but it seems to be pretty prevalent in Appalachia. And Jordan will tell you it's a song about empathy, so I always try to echo that. It's one of my favorites. It's called Cars and Refrigerators. Daddy's out working, but he'll be on later. At the yard, he's scrapping cars and refrigerators. He's cashing in on some copper wire. Says he found it up in Redbird after a trailer fire. I ain't saying that thieving's alright, but some folks do whatever they can to survive. Trying to find your way ahead when he's left behind is hard, when he got no scope but closing the mines. Mama stays home in a dirty trailer, raising babies and cutting coupons out of the paper. She had 4 more to follow after her first kid. The more youngins you got, the more money they give. I ain't saying it's fair to be abusing the system, but the money coming in's the only thing that keeps them living. But a youngin' come along just to get you a check ain't gonna have a shot at nothing, but nothing's all that's left. Brother pops pills like his back is broke, 'cause he likes getting high but can't legally smoke. Worry and fear on your mama's head if he winds up in prison or someone finds him dead. I ain't saying it's fine to snort your life away, but to say he's addicted by choice, it's a bold thing to say. How strong can something be to make you steal from your kin? Well, that's a hellish vice that I hope no one's ever caught in. Daddy's out working, but he'll be on later. At the yard, he's scrapping cars and refrigerators. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a Jordan Lee King song. That's pretty much it for anything that's upbeat or like happy. The rest of it's pretty depressing. So buckle up, strap in. With that being said, this next song here is it's a hard one for me to play sometimes. Sometimes I try to save it for last for that reason, but I'm gonna get it done a little bit earlier tonight. It's a song I wrote about my grandma. She passed away earlier this year, but I wrote this song about her last year, and she was sick for a pretty long time before she passed away, and she spent the majority of the end of her life in a hospital. And whenever you see someone that you love and that played such a big role in your life growing up slowly start to lose theirs, and you can't do anything about it, there's a lot of frustration and a lot of feelings that come with that. And so I did my best to try to put those frustrations into a song. It's called Granny Song, and I apologize if I mess it up. I will restart it because it's just one of those songs. Well, the bright red ray of sunshine slips through the window pane, and it breaks my heart to see her suffer another long summer day. Well, she withers away in that bed she's laid for the last 9 months or so. And it takes all she's got just to cry out to God, come and take her home. 'Cause the world keeps turning and the birds keep singing, no matter how sick she feels. And I pray to God that He takes my soul before I ever live to get that ill. Let the Lord be with her when the morphine hits her to the sound of the whippoorwill. And I pray to God that He takes my soul before I ever live to get that ill. Well, the life in her eyes, it comes sometimes, but it fades oh so fast. She don't even know her own daughter's names, and she's forgotten how to laugh. There's not much of a life when you can't feel the sun on your skin. Is her only your own flesh and blood? I pray tonight it'll win. 'Cause the world keeps turning and the birds keep singing, no matter how sick she feels. And I pray to God that He takes my soul before I ever live to get that ill. Let the Lord be with her when the morphine hits her to the sound of the whippoorwill. And I pray to God that He takes my soul before I ever live to get that ill. Let the Lord be with her when the morphine hits her to the sound of the whippoorwill. I pray to God that He takes my soul before I ever live to get that ill. Well, the bright red ray of sunshine slips through the window pane, and it breaks my heart to see her suffer another long summer day. Thank you. All right. I'm going to do one more cover. And this one here is one of my favorite songs ever written by one of the greatest songwriters alive. I know that's a bold statement, but if you just listen to his lyrics, then I think you'll agree with me. His name's Cody Lee Meese. He's from the same hometown as me, and he has helped me out a ton since I started doing this. But that's a name you're going to want to remember. This one's called Can't Never Could. Fighting these demons this week seems harder than last. And if I keep on getting this sinking old feeling, I don't know how long it'll last. Let me ask you one question now, friend. How do you still pray to Jesus and pick up the pieces when nothing else pleases you? Oh, these times, oh, these times. Since the first breath I've taken, I've been forsaken and tossed way out in the dark. People seem to wonder why I don't mind the thunder and lightning of the yard. Maybe I've gone too far from where I started to start. Turning back now, it's got me thinking things might be better in all this weather if it does jump ship and drown. Oh, these times, oh, these times. Well, every day I wake, I can't tell how I feel, except somewhere between a heathen and a driving wheel. Hungry for attention and trying to hide between falling off the wagon and catching a ride. I've tried, I'd say, but baby, I'd be a liar. I built myself a prison just to set it on fire. I like to say I can't, that ain't no good. 'Cause can't never could. Didn't get to be a kid, so I grew up quick, and I guess didn't grow up right. Started drinking whiskey instead of water and sleeping through the morning and staying out all damn night. How many felt like James Dean, small town scene, but they never come to see me in jail. Those are kind of friends when shit hits the fan, you're the only fool standing around. And damn those times, damn those times. Well, every day I wake, I can't tell how I feel, except somewhere between a heathen and a driving wheel. Hungry for attention and trying to hide between falling off the wagon and catching a ride. I've tried, I'd say, but baby, I'd be a liar. I built myself a prison just to set it on fire. I like to say I can't, that ain't no good. 'Cause can't never could. pretty crystal and it had me standing up on my head. Didn't have to sleep and I never had to eat. Yeah, I was trying all I could to be dead. Between dead and dying is where I resided and seemed to spend most of my time. Every day I got older, I just got closer to heading for my home in the sky. And damn those times, damn those times. Well, every day I wake, I can't tell how I feel, except somewhere between a heathen and a driving wheel. Hungry for attention and trying to hide between falling off the wagon and catching it right. I've tried, I'd say, but baby, I'd be a liar. And I built myself a prison just to set it on fire. I like to say it can't, that ain't no good. I like to say it can't, that ain't no good. 'Cause can't never could. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, I think I got time for one more for you. But before I go, I want to say thank you to everybody that sat out here and listened to my songs. That's all that a songwriter could ever ask for, is just somebody to listen. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate Mike and Josh and Justin, everybody getting me down here. And so far, I've had a great time at my first gig in Florida. I'll be hanging around, so feel free to come say hello. I got some merch back there. You can find the taller version of me walking around here with a camera somewhere. He'll sell you something. But this last song here is a song that kind of changed my life. I was in a pretty dark place whenever I wrote it, and I didn't know if I was ever going to play it for anybody outside of my immediate family. And then this past year, I had a buddy reach out and say that I should enter a video into this contest called Gems on VHS, Gems in the Rough. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do that or not, but he kept on pushing it, and then it got to the deadline date, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to use that song. And when I submitted it, all I wanted was to just get on someone's radar. I just wanted someone to notice and say, hey, keep an eye on that kid. And fast forward about 2 weeks, I've got more views than anybody else in the competition combined. And I thought for sure that I was a shoo-in for the top 10, right? And well, a week later, the top 10 comes out, and I'm not in it. And I was like, well, you know, that felt like a failure. But then, fast forward another week, and Matt Heckler, who is an idol of mine, reached out and said, do you want to hop on a leg of this tour with me? I saw your video for Gems on VHS, and I was really impressed. And I said, absolutely. So I got to go do that and play in Pittsburgh and in West Virginia and a couple other places with Matt. And I learned a lot, and it was a good time. And then, fast forward to now, it's approaching 700,000 views on YouTube, and they cut me a check every month for it. So it's led me to play all over the country, and probably played a role in getting me here. So I don't always feel this crazy, but sometimes I do. This song's called Fucked Up Brain.
She misses town boys she grew up with being so goofy. But I am not a happy man. He must have died with my youth or slipped right out of my hands. And I dread facing tomorrow, 'cause I've drank too much and the money I got, it is borrowed. No, I ain't got two nickels to rub together, and I'm so sick and tired of all this damn hot weather. And well, I'm praying for sunshine, can't take no more rain, and I've run out of people to place all this blame. And I don't know why God made me this way, with a heart so fragile and a fucked up brain. And I will lie to your face if you ask how I'm doing. I'll tell you I'm just running the race. Yeah, I'll tell you I'm winning when I know I'm losing my mind. And I've busted my knuckles, I've screamed at strangers, trying to figure out ways to deal with my anger this time. And I don't know why God made me this way, with a heart so fragile and a fucked up brain. And it'll break my mama's heart when she hears this song, but I promise you, mama, you didn't do nothing wrong. There's just something inside me that I cannot fix, but I'm trying my damnedest, and I promise you this. Well, I'm begging for sunshine, can't take no more pain, and up on my shoulders is a weight of this shame. And I don't know why God made me this way, with a heart so fragile and a fucked up brain. With a heart so fragile and a fucked up brain. Thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Hunter Flynn. Come say hello.
All right, Farm to Grass, how you doing? Hunter Flynn, let's hear it! Come on, one more time, Hunter Flynn, let's hear it! All right, he got Friday night started off. I want you guys to don't forget about all the vendors that are out here. Thank all the volunteers. Thank Mike and Justin for putting this whole thing on. Thank you guys for being here to support all this for the whole weekend. Are you guys ready for a night of music? All right. Stick around. We got Low Ground coming up next.